Can the family members of a husband be held criminally liable for his second marriage simply because they knew about it? This is a critical question affecting thousands of families involved in matrimonial disputes across India. In a significant development as of April 2026, the Honorable Supreme Court of India has reaffirmed a strict standard of criminal liability, setting a high bar for prosecuting relatives. Today, we will analyze the important case of Sivaraman Nair and Others versus State of Kerala and another, and understand what the law actually says. Introduction. Friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Legal Information Law Insights. I am Advocate Mukund Mahajan. I am pleased to share that our channel has crossed 1 lakh subscribers and received the YouTube Silver Creator Award. You may also support the channel by becoming a member with a contribution of 59 rupees or 119 rupees via the GPay QR code shown on your screen. Thank you for your continued trust and support. Now, let us move to today's topic. Section 1 Case Identity. Let us begin with the official case details. This judgment was delivered on 24th April 2026 by a division bench of the Supreme Court comprising Justice Sanjay Karol and Justice Augustine George Masih. The case is titled Sivaraman Nair and Others versus State of Kerala and another, reported as 2026 INSC 412/2026 Livelaw, SC 446. This judgment is important because it reaffirms and strengthens already settled legal principles regarding criminal liability of relatives. Section 2 Background of the case. The dispute originated from a complaint filed in 2016. The wife alleged that her husband had entered into a second marriage during the subsistence of the first marriage, which, if proved, amounts to the offence of bigamy. However, she also accused the husband's father, mother, and sister. The allegations included bigamy, abetment of bigamy, and cruelty. The in-laws approached the court seeking quashing of the criminal proceedings, arguing that they had no active role and were falsely implicated. Section 3 Transition from IPC to BNS. Let us understand how the law applies under both old and new criminal codes. Bigamy earlier under Section 494 of IPC, now under Section 82 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, BNS. Cruelty earlier under Section 498A IPC, now under Section 85 of BNS. Abetment earlier under Section 107 IPC, now covered under Sections 45 to 49 of BNS. Inherent powers of court. Earlier under Section 482 CRPC, now under Section 528 of BNSS. Importantly, this transition does not change the core legal principles, but only reorganizes them. Section 4 Key Legal Principles. The Supreme Court reiterated two very important principles. Active participation, overt act, is mandatory. The court clearly held that mere knowledge of the second marriage is not enough. Being a family member is not enough. To prosecute relatives, the law requires clear evidence of active involvement. Specific overt acts, such as organizing or facilitating the marriage. Without such evidence, criminal liability cannot be imposed. 2. Rejection of omnibus allegations. The court strongly criticized vague and general allegations. It held that complaints must contain specific details. There must be clear roles assigned to each accused. Simply naming all family members is an abuse of legal process. Section 5 Final Verdict. The Supreme Court delivered a very important and balanced judgment in this case. The court clearly held that dragging a person into criminal proceedings solely on the basis of a familial relationship is against the principles of law. Therefore, all the charges against the father-in-law, mother-in-law, and sister-in-law were quashed by the court. However, as far as the husband is concerned, the court found that there was sufficient prima facie material against him. Therefore, the court permitted the continuation of criminal proceedings against the husband so that the truth of the case could be examined through a trial in accordance with law. Thus, by adopting a balanced approach, the court ensured that innocent persons are not unnecessarily dragged into litigation, while at the same time, the actual accused is not allowed to escape the process of law. Legal impact. This judgment re-establishes a very important and fundamental principle of Indian criminal law that criminal liability is always personal. A person cannot be held guilty merely because he or she is related to the accused or had knowledge of the incident. The court also clarified that in matrimonial disputes, it is often seen that the complainant implicates the entire family, which leads to misuse of the law. In such situations, this judgment acts as a protective shield, safeguarding innocent relatives from unnecessary harassment and prolonged legal proceedings. For lawyers and law students, this judgment is extremely important, as it helps them understand the circumstances under which the court can be approached for quashing an FIR. This decision will serve as a strong judicial precedent for similar cases in the future. Conclusion. This case provides us with some very important legal learnings. First, mere knowledge of an incident or being a family member does not by itself constitute a crime. Second, to hold any person liable, it is necessary to prove active participation or a specific overt act on their part. Third, the court has clearly conveyed that false, general, and baseless allegations will not be accepted, and in such cases, the court will intervene to ensure justice. Finally, this judgment strengthens the principles of justice and fairness and demonstrates that the objective of law is not only to punish the guilty but also to protect the innocent. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it informative, please like, freely subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for more legal insights. I will meet you in the next video soon. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.